Thank you, Jade, always for such beautiful, tangible, life-giving prayers that remind us that as a community, the small things that we do can make life-changing differences, make connections between neighbors that we never knew we had, and give us a reason to continue the work of the church with joy and thanksgiving. You heard Madeline Kramer this morning, and I think you would agree with us. She is an exceptional young woman who has blessed us so much. And as Jade says, if you have a youth in your family or someone in your neighborhood that you think could benefit from this kind of learning and sitting with a youth like this and with Jade and leadership and all of our wonderful leaders, we have a place for you. We've also been so blessed that during these moments, during these months, these past weeks, we've had the privilege of hearing from our lay people of how God has stewarded God's gifts in their lives and has made them part of the discipleship of Christ through their giving of gifts and time. Julie Garvin is one of those people. She came to us some 11 years ago from Whitefish Bay United Methodist Church in Wisconsin, a Methodist with deep roots, a mother of two very fine children who are exceptionally and deeply involved in our program. Cooper and McKinley and their father, Eric and Julie, make such a contribution to our family. Julie, come share with us how God has stewarded God's gift in you for us and for the world.
Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, so it's really easy to remember how long it's been since we moved here, because I came with an infant in arms of 6 months old, my son Cooper Hall, and he will be turning 11 next week. So that's just incredible testament of how important that this church has been for us in that whole time. We immediately found this church to be welcoming, and it just felt like home for us. We were looking for a church with a good, expansive youth program, and we found that here. There were all of these youth running around, and it was just like, yes, this is the place we want to be. So since then, Cooper's continued to grow. We had McKinley, who was baptized in this church, and I look forward to the time where they get to go through confirmation and decide what they want to do with their faith journey. One of the things that this church has brought to us is just the great role models that we see, all the different people who work with the youth, and show us, like Eric and myself, how we can contribute to the church and still balance all of the extracurricular activities, working, parenting, being involved in the school. It's just incredible, and all of those people have provided us with empathy when we're trying to figure out how we can prioritize everything. The church has been this wonderful faith foundation, both through Sunday school and youth group and the fundraisers and the outreach opportunities. The kids came and we picked up trash in a neighborhood of Portland, and it was just fabulous. And I could just see how much they enjoyed and realized that they were contributing to something bigger than themselves. So this church has been a foundation for them and enabled us to help teach them core principles, and also for me and Eric to keep in mind those priorities in our lives. Our church family is an amazing support group. We've established friendships here that will last the rest of our lives. And as any community of a large number of people, we've been able to get different perspectives that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise from the people here that are coming from all different walks of faith, different backgrounds, different races and ethnic backgrounds, and that really opens up our eyes to be able to appreciate that. So this church has really enriched our lives. I asked the kids and Eric if they wanted to come, and they're just not comfortable speaking in front of people. So, and I'm wordy enough to speak enough for all of us, so that works out fine. So just this church, Pastor Michelle asked, why do you keep coming here? And it was just because this is my family. This is my church. I can't imagine my life without this church. And it has enriched our lives, and even more so, it's given us the strength and sort of the mindset to know that we have the ability to enrich the lives of others. Because truly, we are God's hands and feet in this world, and that's how God works. So by having the strength that we've gathered from this church, we then have the strength to help others and grow outside of our comfort circles. So that's what this church means to us. Thank you.